rest. Down said hut, kick a punt, then I make them catch 5,000 ones in an hour. I'ma make it stretch. I just made a mess. I just made a mess. I got cash by the bundle, so I'll never press. I just made a mess. I just made a mess. 50-yard TD with the winning catch. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. I just made a mess. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. I just made a mess. On the sideline watching, so I make them clap it up. Clap, clap, clap it up. Now clap it up.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Atlanta Falcons. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3, this is where the ball goes anymore.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Patterson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. And now the Lions Falcons going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Mack. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Marlon Mack, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll look to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Falcons, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. It's caught inside the 25.
One play at a time.
Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 75 yards. And the Falcons lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Now Joey Slye for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
2nd down and 8. Back to throw here. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Foyesade Oluokun. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Patterson on the carry. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Draymond Jones. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Cordero Patterson. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Extra point by Slye is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. And to give this time to the tailback. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 38-yard line.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Working with a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Romeo Okwara just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big connection on that one. 32 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. They'll set up a throw. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Sly on for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A 40-yard punt, no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. He'll throw now on the final play. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, didn't they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for him, too.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Escaping the pressure right. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 34-yard line. Back to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef, that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They're going to look to throw. And he's got it to Patterson, complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Patterson. Breaks through the contact, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection. And
that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Robbie Anderson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Slide for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
It was T.J. Edwards who brought him down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. Open space inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Now, hold on a second. Why would they decline that, Charles?
I don't have a good answer for you, but let's work the math here a little bit. If you take the penalty, you get 5 yards. Minimal.
You're in the positive in the yardage, and you get to rerun the down you just had.
I like that. I like that little extra on top of the whole thing. This makes 0 sense.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They'd go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On play action, they'll throw. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone. Language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They'll look to throw here. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 15-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. He was brought down by Foyesade Oluokun. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal. Pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on 4th. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll set up to throw. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Phyllis American. And the Falcons force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And they will take a knee here. It's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Atlanta, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Lions, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.